Lads and lasses, just a little disclaimer here. This episode touches on a few hard subjects such as mental health and drug usage. Some of the topics brought up may be hard to hear and we do advise viewer discretion. If you are suffering from anything that we have talked about on this episode, feel free to reach out to us or call the following number for help from the professionals at Lifeline on 13 11 14. Now with that being said, enjoy the episode, and Bogan Yack is back for 2024.
Lads, lasses, welcome back to the Bogan Yack podcast. First episode for 2024.
Yeah, first episode in 4 months.
Yeah, got to be busy there. Someone decided to have a fucking baby and shit.
Yeah, tell me about it. I had a choice in it all, and yeah.
You did. You didn't have to drop your lollies.
Yeah, but unlike you, I've got 2 working balls, so when they're like, "Oh, come in me," there's a fair chance. I've got double the chance that you do. So.
Bullying me already, cunt.
Yeah, well, 2024 straight into it.
Yeah, might as well. We got a fucking special guest, some cunt that hasn't been on the podcast before. Fucking, how long have we been mates for? 20 what?
About 19 or
19, 20? Yeah, something like that.
Met you through H.
You'll have to sit closer.
Met you through H.
Yeah. Yeah, met through H, fucking... Yeah, it had to be fucking at least... How long is that? Fucking 20, it'd be fucking 8 years. Fuck me.
Yeah, no, I'm 29 this year.
Yeah.
Wait, you met when you were 20 or you met in 2020?
No.
Okay.
I'm not fucking that dumb.
I was going to say, like, you do realise it was only 4 years ago.
We've got a fucking bit to talk about this episode. Fucking, we've got Strutter's question. I forgot to find that, but I'm pretty sure it's in that cupboard over there. So you'll have to, I don't know if you know to go, but the fucking guest, whoever's on, asks a fucking fucked up question. And it doesn't have to be fucked up.
It can be any question you want.
It can be any question
like,
you want.
some of them aren't too bad. Like, I say that, but then I'm looking at them and reading them right now.
I was going to say, we don't have one that I would like, happily have my mum on the podcast yet.
No, you're right.
They're all pretty, like, would you rather sit on your dad's cock and eat cake or sit on a cake and eat your dad's cock? I probably wouldn't ask my mum that somehow, but yeah, I don't know what Strutter's put, so you can fucking answer that when we get to that. But for the people that don't know, yeah, give us a little bit of a fucking rundown.
Fuck. I don't know.
Start with your name's a good start.
Haven't you said it yet? Keegan.
No, I haven't said it yet.
Keegan. I don't know. Fucking
What do you do for trade?
welder. Self-employed.
Is that are you is your fucking trade a boilermaker or a welder?
No, same as H, fitter and turner.
Fitter and turner, yeah.
So fitters do all
shit
of
at the same time.
Is that separate?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Did H do that?
H did hydraulics.
Oh, yeah, true.
He's like a fancy plumber.
That's a fucking fair point. I didn't think of that.
It's a good way to put it, too.
And you're still doing that, aren't you? Like you work yourself.
Variations of it, yeah. That's pretty broad.
Yeah. So you take on anything you can, virtually.
Anything that I want to.
Yeah. I'm a bit the same when it comes to fucking auto shit. I'm just like,
You're a dairy operative.
yeah, like I make milk powder now, I don't want to fucking touch your car. Like I worked on Flick's car the other day, but you don't have a choice, man. She's got fake titties. I mean, like you just gotta,
And she's a mum.
And you go fucking crazy for the mums, eh? Is that a mum you haven't touched?
Flick.
Do you know who Felicity is?
Yeah, no, I know. No, I haven't even met her.
Yeah, right. I'm surprised.
Lucky
You're a bit of a
It's still early.
you're a bit of a MILF chaser, aren't you?
No, she knows about the throat clap. She ain't coming.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so do you know to put the face?
Yeah, because we did the fucked up stories episode, didn't we?
Yeah.
And where it was anonymous, and before we started, you literally told me straight away.
I think I may have even said Keegan.
You might have said it on the episode, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh, does he want his name on it?
Yeah, because you sent it through Instagram. You're like, I don't give a fuck, just fucking say it.
I made it very clear who I was.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Honestly, I knew you could get clap, but I didn't know you could get chlamydia in the throat.
And neither did I.
And nearly every cunt that knows about it didn't know that they could get it in their throat either.
Yeah, well, it only takes one person to find out if you can or you can't, and then the others will
But I just know,
soon follow.
can you get clap in your throat but not your cock? Or you can,
suppose.
it just...
Just don't stick your dick in. That's how I got it.
Yeah.
On both
obviously,
ends.
Yeah.
It doesn't migrate.
Is this separate times or you do it at the same time? I'm a bit like, as long as I don't drop me lollies, I'll do both. Like I'll put me fucking dick in and then go down as well. As long as I don't drop me lollies.
Wait, what are you talking about? The same bird.
Yeah, same bird. So what I'm saying is, like, do you put your sword in and then, like, say later on go you'll go down on it?
Will I eat her out after
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
blown in her?
No,
Is
fuck.
that what you're saying?
You're an animal cunt.
No, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, but without the blowing in it. Like, I'll do it if I don't blow in it.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so there's some blokes, as soon as their dick goes in there, they're like, nah, that's it. You should have done it at the start because, you know, won't
And
fucking do it.
some girls are the same too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Some
it's
girls
like,
don't
oh,
even suck sausage.
it's 2024. Fucking men up.
Yeah. Stop
It's
it.
only been body fluids. Who gives a fuck?
Wait, which body fluids?
Her.
Yeah, but not yours. Do you do yours?
Oh no, that'd be a bit weird.
No, don't just say that because I'm calling you out on the podcast. Yeah, no, I can't do my own. I've never even tasted it.
I've look, to be honest, I've thought about it. And I was just like,
I think every guy's thought
and
about it.
I'm just like, I could not pull myself to do it. Like,
But you've tried breast milk, haven't you?
yeah,
Have you tried breast milk?
No, I haven't been with any breastfeeding mums.
Just the older ones. You just get them when the babies aren't crying and all that shit.
breast
Yeah,
milk's
about
just
2
sour.
About 2 years
2
old.
years in,
I
yeah.
step in.
Tattooed fucking goth mums. Pig
Yeah.
goes crazy for a tattooed goth.
Breast
milk.
milk's not even that bad. Like, it's just like sour milk. Like, that's it.
Sour milk's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, it sounds pretty terrible.
Nah, it sounds worse than what it is, but without actually trying it, it's
Could you
hard
have
to
it in your
explain.
coffee.
I honestly could, yeah.
Nah.
I won't go out. I won't go out of my way to do it, but I could.
I think before the next episode, you should put it in your coffee and just let us know. Because I know you have a bag of it at home. You fucking put a photo in the group snap the other day.
Was it?
Anyone want frozen breast milk?
No, it was a breast milk slushy or something like that.
You should do that for us and fucking let us know what it's like.
See what it's like in a coffee.
Yeah.
Take it into work. Try it through the vats.
I would get in so much trouble for that.
I reckon they'd know. If you put it in cheese, they would.
They would test it and they would go, "Why is this so fucking different to what we usually got?"
Because you know, like how they start cheese and shit. They just put like bacteria in it. So imagine if you put breast milk in it, it would probably cause some different type of cheese. I don't know what sort of fucking.
They're going for mozzarella and get blue cheese.
Yeah, just get something fucked up. So you should do that, but
But try it in the coffee.
yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll try it in the coffee.
Now make butter. Bit of Vegemite toast.
Nah, that's fucking pretty gross. That's like a long.
That's
You're sitting there like your thought process is like, yep, making butter and putting it on my toast. Nah, that's fucking.
I see how far you can
I
stretch
don't
it.
even know if breast milk would churn like that though.
It's breast.
Like
it's milk.
theoretically, yeah, it's milk.
They milk fucking an almond. You show me the nipple on an almond, cunt. Never seen one.
Yeah, they just
It's
squeeze
just fucking
the
almond juice.
juice. Yeah, yeah. Look, I don't know if breast milk would churn good like normal milk to make butter. I could probably give it a
To
shot.
be honest, I haven't seen that much breast milk until he sent me that fucking photo the other day.
That's only like 100 mils. It wasn't even that much.
That's a fucking fair bit of breast milk. Like,
Did you not breastfeed with?
nah,
Mia?
we're only 11 days. She dried up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. No, fucking. Well, Keegan expresses all the time. So there's frozen milk in the freezer, or there's fresh stuff in the fridge, and
Yeah, because they have to, otherwise it hurts. Doesn't it?
yeah. Or she dries up and can't feed again.
Yeah, right, that's fucking
Yeah.
weird.
So if one night I decided to do all the night feeds using all the frozen milk and heating it up and all that, Keegan has a risk of losing all production because she's not getting drained constantly,
Yeah,
pretty
right.
much.
So it's like a cow virtually.
Yeah.
That would get mastitis.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Do you reckon you can get mastitis
can.
as,
Yeah.
as a human?
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Well, females get it if they do not feed properly or so you're supposed to actually massage the boobs before and after feeding and stuff like that.
So it's like when you
And-
drop your lollies, you're trying to get the last bit out so you don't get in your undies.
Well, basically, but if you don't do that, you can get milk buildup and it can cause mastitis and lumps and stuff in the breasts.
That's fucking weird as.
Yeah.
I did not know that was a
But
fucking thing.
the funniest thing that Ari ever said was calling Tegan a cow because technically she is.
She's not wrong.
Like-
I mean, like,
She can get everything a cow can get doing the exact same thing.
she just can't eat grass.
She can.
Yeah, but it probably wouldn't. Probably wouldn't be very good.
I mean, there's nothing stopping her from eating grass.
Speaking of fucking kids, you didn't want any kids.
Not my own.
Not your own? Like, you was fucking pretty set on that? You're like, fuck that?
Oh, yeah.
What,
yeah.
what made you not want to go have kids?
Oh, I've never really had...
Just fucking...
You know how some people, they're born, they know that that's their goal, their purpose in life, to have kids.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
They've always wanted it.
Yep.
Me, never had an interest. It's always been that way.
Is that because, like, how many misses do you have? Have you had like long
That
relationships?
have had kids.
No, like long term relationships where you're like, you know, fucking, yes, the thought process changes to when like having kids. Like me, I wouldn't have had kids.
No,
had I not
that's
have,
something we talk about early on.
yeah, right.
Because if I know they want kids before we start dating, I'm like, well,
You can't.
yeah, I'm not going to ask
So what if
someone
this
to-
bitch is like fucking the one, or you think she's the one, and then you just can't have kids, and you just fucking.
Well, she's not the one.
Although, to be
Yeah.
fair, you
There's
can
a-
reverse the snip.
Can you though? I think it's pretty hard, isn't it?
No, you can reverse
No,
it.
they're up until about 45, the age of 45, there's
Aye.
a pretty good success rate.
45
Yeah.
is pretty old to have fucking kids.
But yeah, if you're having kids at 45 and you get the snip reversed and it doesn't work,
yeah,
you knew the odds.
And there's also a fair chance that the snip won't work as well. Like, even if you have it, there's still a chance you can still get someone pregnant.
See, what I find fucked is like, and you know, like how hard it is to get the snip, and that's your fucking decision. But a lot of doctors
was-
won't fucking.
It was easy.
Yeah, but did you find that doctor, or did you just by chance you went to him and
I've got a pretty good relationship with my GP,
yeah,
and I just made an appointment online,
oh right,
and
I thought it'd be hard. Like I thought you'd have to go like this doctor and that doctor and just find that cunt.
no,
It's like,
my GP called me after hours and was like, "Oh no, I can see you've got a appointment coming up in a few days. Do you need to come in, or can we do it over the phone?" And I was like, "I don't know, you tell me. I just want the snip."
yeah, right.
And he's like, "Oh, I just want a referral to a specialist." And he's like, "Yep, no worries." He CC'd me into the email before he even hung up the phone to the specialist,
Ah,
and didn't charge me for it. And then 2 weeks later, I had an appointment at the specialist and walked in, and he's like, "You want the snip?" And I'm like, "Yep." And he's like, "You got kids?" I'm like, "Nah." "You want kids?" "Nah." And he's like, "Righto, drop your dax. Give me a feel."
and, he didn't do it there and then. Like he just had a feel and
Yeah,
Checked
like
it
at
out.
9 o'clock on a Monday morning, I was like the lights were still off in the office. Like I was the first one there.
Are you sure it was a doctor's surgery?
I think so.
Are you sure you got the snip?
He had an erection. I thought that was pretty weird. So yeah, so within booking the appointment, 2 weeks later, you were virtually ready to fucking
Yeah,
rock and roll.
I had the approval, and he's like, you can go through the public system, and it won't cost you a cent, but the wait times are whatever.
And
I
could be
can't-
enormous. Yeah, yeah,
How long's a piece of string?
yeah.
He's, I think he'd give me another option for a private clinic, but it could have been like almost same day surgery, but it was going to cost like $5 or $7 grand, and I was like,
fair
no
bit, eh?
thanks.
A lot of that's fucking getting knocked out. Like, that shit's fucking dear.
And he's like, oh, you can go to Yarrawonga private hospital in a month, and it'll cost you $200.
Wow.
So I was like, done.
Were you awake or did they put you asleep?
No, they knocked me out.
Oh
But
shit.
from
right.
the time I walked into the hospital to the time I walked out, it was 2 hours.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Did
By the time they set you up.
After it happened and like you walked out, did you have like any feeling of regret? Like, oh, what the fuck did I just actually commit to? Or
Nah, the anaesthetic was still making me.
Oh, and no, like, what was the pain from fucking? Like,
Nah, no regrets.
no regrets? No.
And pain for recovery.
Yeah.
I reckon it was about. I got it done at about 9 or 10 in the morning, and it wasn't until dinner time that I'm like, oh, I might need
Yeah,
to
it's
Panadol.
starting to fucking wear
Yeah,
off.
the
a bit,
anaesthetic
yeah.
was wearing off, but I had Panadol just to be safe.
Yeah.
But the next day, I didn't have any.
So a lot of people, a lot of stories I've heard from a few people have, like, they've gone in and got the snip and they've gotten like either a cyst or a growth or something on that area after it. Did you have anything like that? No?
Just straightforward.
It was just straightforward?
I got 2 little scars. My balls were like
So they
a
go
little
through
bit-
your ball sack.
Mm.
Yeah. See, my like cancer surgery, they went through up like where you get your appendix out to remove your testicle.
That's a long way.
No shit. That's why it was like excruciatingly fucking painful. I was like, I don't like. Obviously, I don't know what's inside the fucking ball sack, but surely I thought you could just like snip it open, fucking like
Just
pop it out.
unbolt it.
Yeah, just slide it out like a bean. You know, you pull a snow pea apart and pop the bean out. Surely you could do something like that. I would have thought. But
I definitely just would have went to the farm and got the sheep ring.
yeah, just one side. Nah, because I was 16. They're like, oh, do you want a fucking fake testicle and that? I was like, yeah, of course I do. I don't want to be fucking banging the shit out of the half.
Don't want to walk lopsided.
Yeah, I just didn't want, like, you know, just this, like, long bit of skin and then a especially at 16. I was like, fucking,
You drop your dags. What the
How
fuck's
much were you
that?
really getting at 16 though?
like
None.
once a year, if that. But still, I knew that surely at some point in my life I was going to have some sex.
How's that worked out?
Yeah, not real good. I think I've had sex like 7 times. No, it's
I think
definitely
that's a
not.
lie.
It's definitely a lie. It took fucking like 3 years to conceive. I don't know, longer than that to conceive with Mia. But then I got my swimmers check fucking start of this year, and they're fucking double what they're meant to be.
Get into that story, because it has been a while since we've done a podcast, and I wanted to bring it up when we were supposed to go. The last time we were supposed to do a podcast.
Well, I've done 2 of them now, so
Yeah, the story that you told me at 4 o'clock in the morning at fucking work,
fuck, I can't even remember it. What story did I tell you?
where you had it in a fucking container on your passenger seat. And
Yeah, well, the first
Just
one.
keep it.
Nah, so you can rub out one here, like here, but you've got to
the
get
sample.
yeah, but you
I
got to
thought
get
I
it to
thought they
them.
let you keep your nut.
No, I had to send it away to get like tested for cancer and all that shit.
Hmm.
But it would have been cool. I would have kept it, but nah.
just in pickle juice.
I did ask, and they said nah because it's getting sent away for fucking tumor testing and all that shit.
You want one of mine?
One of your nuts?
No, he's not useful.
No, well, fucking, I've got 2, so I don't really need to go through that
No,
again.
but a real one.
How much? Nah, fucking, I went and got my swimmer's check. So yeah, rub one out here, and then obviously jump in the car. And the first time was fine. I just went in, handed it. The second time, can't remember what happened. I think I got pulled over or something. There's some reason that it was sitting on the seat, and like you could just clear as day tell it was cum sitting on the seat because it was clear plastic bag, clear fucking container, just white liquid in it. I can't remember what the fucking thing was now, but yeah, I had to do it twice because they lost me fucking sperm sample the first time.
How do they lose it?
Do you know how fucking scary that is?
You've got a kid somewhere.
Have you seen the Netflix documentaries where bitches fucking, you know, just like shoving fucking or killing patients and shit?
Yeah.
Imagine if she just rolls upside down, fucking tips a jar of fucking Juddy's cum in it.
Or some shit was just drank it like, ooh, lemonade.
Anything could have happened. But anyway, I did the second sample because it was like a month later and still hadn't got results. I go in there and they're like, oh no, we do have your first sample. So they have my first one. I just never got the results. And then the second one I did, she's like, do you want this? And I was like, I just throw it in the bin because it was useless. I wasn't just
Just take
take
it
a
over.
jar of cum home and just get it, walk in the door and be like, oh, what the fuck do I do with this now?
Straight in the sock jaw.
Guzzle it again. No, it was, yeah, double the swimmers. And I got my testosterone checked because I was going to try and get test for Shane. so he could like fucking get huge and shit. Because I thought, that might work out having cancer and shit. Fucking
Obviously didn't.
No, it didn't. Nah. So it's like I think it was between 10 and 30, and mine was 15.
Yeah, right. So it was less than 10 or...
Yeah, less than 10 they would give you a test.
Yeah.
If it's more than 30, then obviously they
Surely Shane's got less than 10 already.
He's got little legs on him, doesn't he? Like he's a muscly cunt. I'll give him that, and he's fit, but he's got little legs on him.
It's because he skips leg day.
No, it's because he does CrossFit.
Yeah, true.
CrossFit's just like an all body workout. It's fucked. Like, he's fit as fuck. He's way past my fitness level, but
He started eating meat again, though.
yeah, 100%. He had to. As if you're gonna fucking get bigger, like eating vegan shit. There's no way.
He was pretty determined.
He was very fucking determined.
I found it funny that he was always denying that he was vegan, but he was basically a full blown vegan.
He was. He made me eat fucking bacon. Like, I don't know if you've ever had bacon, but it's shit. Like,
or ficken. Have you ever had ficken?
what the fuck is bacon?
Fake chicken.
Nah.
That fucking. Don't cook it in oil because it dissolves. It'll literally turn to like an oatmeal.
Oh, so what? You just cook it?
You're supposed to not cook it with oil. Like if you're pan frying it, you're supposed to cook it with a little bit of water and not oil. And I didn't realise that until I started cooking it because I didn't even know it was fucking fake chicken. Tegan just brought it. I started
probably
cooking.
seen the organic sticker. And
Yeah.
That'll be
And
good.
I was cooking it, and I've gone to like do the veggies or whatever, and I've come back to stir it, and it's just a paste. I'm just like,
yeah.
"Ugh."
Did you use it?
No, I fucking threw it in the bin.
Yeah. I would've
We had
done
veggies that night. That is all we
that.
had.
That's fucked. Another fucking story I wanted to bring up was your fucking UFO encounter you reckon you had the other day. You're adamant that you've seen it, and I was too. I will fucking be on your side for that. I thought you fucking... It was weird.
Yeah, it was. When was it? Just after Christmas. A couple of nights after Christmas.
Yeah.
Because at
'Cause I was
first,
on night. It was like just before New Year's, I reckon.
yeah, but at first I thought it was just some people playing with their new drone
Yeah.
because it made sense after Christmas.
Yeah,
People
people
flying their
and
drone
shit.
around at night because I don't have a fucking curtain on my window up the top of my room.
Yeah, right. So you can see like out towards the stars and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
there's
that's how you spotted it. You were in your room and seen it.
I was laying in bed,
Yeah, yeah.
and then there was it looked like a drone like hovering out my window, like in the yard.
So yeah, this is pretty close. Like,
Yeah, pretty like in my yard.
yeah,
Like,
right.
oh, maybe 10, 15 metres away from my window.
Yeah, right. So
I was
making
like,
any sound?
no, because drones make that the little propellers.
Yeah,
they
the
make
fan
that
noise. They're like
awful
pretty.
fucking
Yeah,
noise.
yeah, they're like, yeah.
Yeah. So I went out there and it fucked off. I was like, what's going on? Because it had lights on it, and I was like, oh, someone's.
What color? Like, what color lights were they?
They were a blue light on the. They were 3 in a row, all pointing the same direction. A blue one, like a clear, like yellow headlight colour, and a red one.
Which is like drone colors.
Drone's more green and red.
Yeah, they have green and red.
So they were like, I don't know, the size of a.
Yeah, they were like in the sky. They were like when they were ages away. That video you sent me, they were like a tennis ball size. I would
The
say.
lights on it.
Yeah, like the light that it was putting off looked
Oh, I
like the
reckon
size of
about-
a tennis ball or something.
If you stuck 3 golf balls on the front of something.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like an old. What did I describe it as? Like an old VCR fucking player. That's what shape they were.
Oh, really? They were.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were like a circle or something.
No, the drone things were the shape of an old VCR thing, about the size of a VCR player, with 3 lights on one side of it,
Yeah, right.
all like emitting light out, like projecting out, like searchlights.
And can you see the perspective of the neighbours? Tell us what you did when you found these lights and when you got on the roof.
Oh yeah, I pulled my gun out because it was the only thing I couldn't find the binoculars, and the only thing
In town, standing on the roof of his fucking house with what gun did you get?
I It wasn't loaded. Like,
No, I know that, but like you were using the scope. But your neighbours, like if they're just like sitting out the front having a dart, and
That cunt's got a gun. That cunt's got a gun.
Especially when you went back inside, put your
I was-
tinfoil hat on, and went back to the fucking roof.
I was the only one up at that hour.
Yeah,
It was like
it was
2 in the morning,
late
3 in the morning.
yeah, or early in the morning, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, no, it was with 3:08.
Yeah, it's a big like yeah. If
Can
someone
you-
did see that,
Can you just imagine someone with a tinfoil hat coming out with a big fucking rifle? Like, they're trying to get us!
pointing at random shit in the sky, yeah.
Yeah, but no, it looked like they were searching in people's backyards, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's not a drone, but maybe if it is, it's definitely the feds. I'm up here with a tinfoil hat on,
With a rifle, yeah.
hit me jocks on the roof.
You
So,
know, and you kind of look like the cunt that fucking did that shooting in Queensland. You know, with his brother and his sister that killed those cops.
It's a bit rude.
No,
Like,
if you look at the photo, alright, nah, you keep talking.
I'm not confirming or denying this, but it's still a bit rude.
I'll show you. Daniel Train, I reckon his name is.
but yeah, no, the only reason I had me gun was the only bit of
Yeah, it's
magnification.
yeah, you were using it as a fucking.
Scope.
So I
a
could
scope.
say,
Like,
yeah, 'cause
yeah,
they
like binoculars.
binoculars.
Yeah.
kept
yeah.
flying off, but they kept hovering around because you were getting Snapchats of it.
Yeah, I actually, when I did see the Snapchats, I was like, oh, that's a drone. And I was like, oh, it's not a fucking drone.
You know, they were silent, and the way that they were moving wasn't natural.
Was it erratic? Like in one second they're in one spot and then all of a sudden they're over and moving?
It
Or
was very fast, and not real jerky, like a drone. Like
yeah.
they're real jerky. It was very fast but very smooth.
Yeah, righto.
And
Must be a very good pilot.
but I figured that if it was the feds, I wouldn't be here talking on the podcast with what they saw that night. So
Yeah.
Especially if you stand on your
definitely
roof with the
aliens.
308.
See the guy on the left? He's that guy that killed all those cops in in Queensland. As if you don't look like that guy.
we've got the same nose.
Might be just the beard throwing me off. But
Yeah, well,
It's probably the beard and
Yeah.
the
Both-
shaved head.
both lacking a hairline. Both got grey beards.
Daniel will have to edit.
Yeah,
the
f-
fucking
for those
video.
watching at home, I'll put it up.
Yeah.
You just send me that fucking photo when you get a chance.
We probably shouldn't really glorify the fucking cop killer.
No, that's kind of why I said it was rude.
Yeah,
You say it.
it's pretty close. If he had tunnels, like he'd just be like, yep.
We do not condone those actions.
No, that was pretty good. They actually arrested a cunt in America for that, for connections to that shit.
yeah, there's fucking
He was,
huge
like, telling
backstory
them
to it.
and all that shit. All right, the camera angle might have slightly changed.
Justin
halfway
ripped the fucking brace out of the wall, so so
through.
he
Shit just got serious for a second.
no, he threw me under the bus on fucking Instagram, going, "Oh, if this year's audio shit, it's because Tanner's in charge." And the first episode for this year, he's fucking knocked the
Did you
camera.
hear what happened when we did a fucking 7 guest podcast?
7 guests.
So we had 7 fucking guests on.
And as I fucking told you why it happened, one of these cords that we paid fucking $1,800 for the whole setup doesn't fucking work properly. It has feedback. And it's like every time someone talks through the
He
fucking
tried
microphone.
to do something nice and like fucking reprogram the SD card for it.
Oh yeah, that too.
And we recorded the whole episode and caught none of it. No audio. And it was fucking banging and he just fucked it. So anyway.
We had to turn it into 2 separate podcasts.
Typical Bogan Yack podcast for fucking...
Nothing ever goes smoothly on here.
We'll have a clean episode once.
I don't-
We should probably fucking move on from cop killers and fucking Keegan looking like one.
Yeah, look. Every episode we say we're going to get fucking cancelled, and if we keep talking about that, we probably will.
But while we're on the topic of hating cops, though, before we move on, what happened with you, mate, and you not liking cops?
Oh,
Fucking hell.
do we want to go there?
May as well.
I'll go there if you want to go there. It was,
It's completely up to you. If you don't want to go there, we won't go there.
Oh no, it's very controversial. It's the divided subject of like COVID and the police state that Victoria was in. And
oh, yeah, 100%.
Like
it was
that.
fucked.
yeah, but some people are like, nah, like cops are heroes. Dan Andrews is a hero.
Yeah, and then, nah.
Like,
I agree with that. He's not a hero by fucking any means.
yeah, no, it's very controversial, like religion and shit. No, individual coppers, as a person, don't care. Like, if you're a decent person, whatever, it's the badge that I've got a problem with, that I don't respect. And I turned
A small
it's
situation.
like a 5K speeding fine into 2 years without a license because I didn't blow in the bag.
So they asked him to blow in, like, yeah, you got done 5Ks over the limit, yeah?
Mind you,
So-
I was very unwell mentally.
Yeah,
Like,
mentally, yeah.
stopped seeing my psychologist and went through a heap of shit, and it just
So they've pulled you over and they're like, you were speeding, blah, blah, blah. You gave them your license.
yeah.
So you've done the normal checks, done what you should, and then they've gone, blow into this. And you're like, it's at this point that I'm going to go, fuck that.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was a very polite and respectful, calm interaction with the
Yeah,
coppers. Wasn't heated or nothing. I was just...
So fill us in. How does this go down when he goes blow into this and you say no?
yeah.
His reaction straight away is going to be this cunt's obviously pissed.
No, they could tell. Like, they'd be able to tell. Like, I was just being a dickhead. Because blowing the bag. And I'm like, no. And he's like, it's 2 years without a license if you refuse. Even if you are over, first time offence, it'll be about 6 months. So it'd be smarter to blow in the bag anyway. And I was like, don't answer questions. And he's like, sovereign citizen, are you? And I was like, don't answer questions.
You've been watching that Mr. In Between too much. That fucking series. They kill him at the Hitman fucking show.
Oh, either way, you shouldn't talk too much on the side of the road. Like,
No, well, they're not there to technically help you as such when in a traffic stop like that.
no, but it does you no good. You start talking, they get you for shit.
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Save all you talking for court anyway. But
So
That
what
worked
made you refuse to blow into it? Did you just didn't want to, or just sick of dealing with cops?
I'd just been through a heap of shit, and I set a goal for myself. I'm like, right, I'm not going to let anyone walk all over me. Going to stand up for myself, and the first people that tried me were Vic Highway Patrol. Points to me because I stayed true to my word.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you
you
kept your goal.
You went right through it, so yeah.
But it wasn't. I mean,
A lot of people would have backed out in that situation. Like,
probably an important bit of information is I don't drink. So
Yeah,
I
there was
was
no-
sober.
Yeah, there was no reason not to.
Yeah, psychologist was just like, obviously, decision making, and what did she say? Risk assessment.
Oh, yeah, it
was
would have
just
been
out.
out the window.
So, like, I knew that it wasn't the right thing to do, and I was making it harder for myself, but I didn't care in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose in the moment you fucking get a bit fucked up. Like, every time I get pulled over by the cops, I'm like, fuck, do I still have a gun on me? I'm like, knowing damn well that I don't have a gun on me. I just, like, wig out, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, do I have drugs in the car? Like, I've done nothing wrong.
although I will say, there are a lot of cops out there that, and it's the minority, not the majority, but a lot of them get the power trip, and
Yeah.
straight away they think they're above everyone else, they're above the law, and
These two coppers, I will give it to them, but they were really good. They could tell that I was just a dickhead. Not being able to, rationalise properly. And they give me about 8 goes to blow in the bag.
so they were patient.
Yeah, they were very patient.
Yeah, because I think, like, minimum they have to give you, like, 3 or 4 goes, I think.
Yeah, no, they give me about 8 goes because they were just like, come on, mate, like, it's 2 years.
Yeah.
I was just...
Fuck me, we've got helicopters and dogs and all sorts of shit going off in the background.
Hopefully you can't hear it weekend, but
It is what it is. So, yeah, you don't blow in the bag. They arrest you then, obviously, and take you...
No,
No?
because they couldn't prove it. They're like, well, if we can't prove that you're not drunk, we'll have to confiscate your keys. And they can't because it's your property. Without a warrant, they can't. And it's not enough cause to...
So you didn't
Confiscate.
give them the keys?
No, I said, you can't touch my keys. And they're like, right, I will come back. And they're like, right, we'll let you go tonight.
Yeah, right. So
Like,
you drove away.
see you in court.
See you in court.
Yeah, they let me drive off.
Yeah. And do you go in the court with legal aid, or do you go in by yourself, like represent yourself?
Nah, there's no legal aid for that.
Oh, isn't there?
Nah,
Oh,
not
for driving offences.
not for traffic offences.
Yeah, it probably makes sense. I've never even been in a courtroom, to be honest.
I don't know
Neither.
about legal aid, but the
Would make sense. That
juries
they
and
don't-
stuff. Or,
I've fucking got no idea about the court system, eh? Could not tell you.
yeah, it's been a while since I was in there.
So you go in, you plead your case, the judge just literally turns around and, like, what's his fucking reaction? Or his or hers?
I started CV Psych again, and she's like, "You're a fucking idiot." And she wrote me a letter and everything saying that my decision making was impaired, and I wasn't well. Just to, like, as a character reference, like,
Yeah,
or
just
something.
like it's not your word that you just fucking were loopy on that day. It's doctor's fucking.
yeah, and that I am seeking.
Yeah,
like I am back at my psychologist in a routine, and I've made progress, but they're like, doesn't mean shit. Like, it's a crime.
It's your first offence too, wasn't it? Like first major. You've never lost your ticket before, have you?
Yeah, when I was like 18 or 19.
Oh, righto.
But still, like it's a bit fucked that it's 2 years to refuse to blow in a random breath test.
I understand
like-
why they do it.
Oh yeah, but like it's still, like, even going off to the court and that and getting a character reference from your psychologist, you'd think that it'd still help with the case. Like,
Yeah, no, they didn't even take it into consideration.
yeah, see that's a bit fucking bit fucked. Like, you in the heat of the moment, obviously, and like you're admitting it now that you weren't in the right headspace as going through that. You would think that someone in the judicial system would go, "Oh,
I
look,
actually had my hopes up because I was watching the cases before me, and they were all traffic. One dude actually like video called in from the prison because he was doing time for traffic offences like high range drink driving, cop chase, drug driving. It was-
Just
it was-
like bad
It was
shit.
pretty fucking wild what this dude was doing time for. And his release date was in 6 months or something
Fuck.
from that day that I was there. And he
So
was
they
like,
could have took his license technically, and then
no,
like
he didn't have a license
Oh,
because he
and-
was
yeah.
doing time.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to still have his license cancelled for another 2 or 3 years after he got out. And he was just like, "Oh, I've got a family. I'm planning on moving to Queensland away from these people that I get into trouble with.
Yeah.
I've got a job lined up, but I need a license when I get out of prison." She's like, "Yep, okay, I can see you trying to do well. Have your license back."
He's-
and
and
all
his-
you did was just refuse to blow in a
Yeah.
breathalyzer, and
This dude's ramming cop cars and
fucking hell.
Like not gonna. There's 90% chance he's not gonna change.
yeah, it was full like GTA shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Grand Theft Auto and shit.
maybe next time take a leaf out of his book, like just ram the cop car
Yeah. Do some bad shit instead.
and then get your license back.
Yeah, he was still in lockup and said, "Oh, I need a license so I can do better." And she's like, "Yep, no worries." So I was like, "Oh, I've got a chance here." And she's like, "Nah."
And just fucking, that was it.
Yep.
Slap the book on you. So 2 years, no ticket.
Mm.
That's what you got. Fuck. And what was the fine come to? You don't know yet? Or you just didn't listen to that, but
Over
Yeah.
$1,000.
fuck. So when you you say you go to a psychiatrist, I've never been to a psychiatrist, but I think it's probably a fucking
Psychologist.
Psychiatrist gives you the medication, don't they?
Psychiatrists are able to give medication.
Yeah.
They're
Psychologists just
psychiatrists have gone to med school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've just gone down a different path. Instead of studying medicine, they've gone for brain development and health.
right.
They
So what made you
they
book
know
your
more
first
than-
appointment?
Like, they know everything a psychologist does.
They just can't administer drugs.
But the psychiatrists level up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But psychologists can't administer drugs. Yeah.
So usually psychologists will go, "Oh, I'll refer you to the doctor. I think you should be on this, and then the doctor will review it and go, oh, yep, all right, we'll put you on that. Where a psychiatrist can go, right, I want you on this and write a script.
Yeah.
Because they're actually doctors.
So what made you go, fuck, I need to book this appointment? Like, I need to see a psychologist. Is that like a self-diagnosis? Like, how do you come about?
Well, it was about 18 months. 18 months ago, I started seeing a psych for the first time.
Yep.
Got me shit together because I was, 27.
So
I'd never been to a psych.
In your opinion, they work?
Yes, but you have to...
Want it to work.
You have to want it.
Yeah.
You can't... If someone forces you to go...
Yeah.
People were telling me for 10 years, you need therapy, cunt. And I was like, nah, I'm all right.
Yeah,
I'm good. Because I just suppressed everything. And
Yeah.
I hadn't dealt with it, but it wasn't a conscious part of my thoughts. It was just...
Yeah. You just blew it off and
Didn't think
continued
about
on.
Yeah. Or found coping mechanisms like drugs and sex and
which
doing other
were
stuff.
probably how you were getting rid of it before. Like,
Yeah.
doing drugs and fucking, taking your mind off shit.
Yeah,
with
just a
other
quick
fucking
fix.
distractions.
Escape reality.
Yeah,
Mm.
and then you wake up and the next day and you still got the same fucking troubles you had.
Yep.
Yeah,
Before you started.
or I'd go through a bit of shit and I'd use whatever it was that I was using at the time to get me through that period until it stopped hurting anymore. Like if I went through a breakup, for example, it hurts for so many months after a breakup. For those few months afterwards, I'd find something to distract myself from feeling all of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Until enough time had gone past where I'm just like, oh, okay.
It's just another day of life, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I do the same. Like, I fucking get into the gym and that sort of shit. But like, I'm probably pretty lucky I don't turn to drugs and that sort of shit. But
Yeah, I've been sober 2 years now.
yeah, which is fucking good fucking achievement, really.
I give myself drug-induced psychosis
Yeah, exactly. When you start
before
fucking
I got sober.
yeah. So is that
but
like
sometimes it takes a turning point for someone to realise that they need the help or they need to quit something. And
Yeah, well, it was drug-induced and it was only while I was under the influence of coke. But it was paranoid schizophrenia.
yeah,
Not
But
actually.
it's good that you can come out on the other end of that and go, fuck, I have a problem, I got to fix it. Because there's lots of cunts that will just go,
I have a problem.
I have a problem, this fixes it, I'm just going to stay on this. And then, this no longer fixes it, I'm just going to start smoking meth. And, it just gets worse and worse. And then
They try everything until...
Yeah, until they
Yeah,
find
no,
that thing
I
that
worked
fixes
out
it.
that I
again.
was only seeing shit and hearing shit and paranoid and peeking out the windows like a crackhead while I was high. And But I initially thought that it was because I'd been up for so long.
So do you reckon, like, your psychosis and that, did that affect your relationship, or is this after a relationship that it all, like, you were peeking out windows and bugging out and shit?
That was during my relationship.
Yeah.
Towards the end of it.
Yeah. So it was an issue then, and then you resorted to the fucking, like, the helpfulness of, like, say, coke.
Oh, no, like, I hit it. Like, she knew about some of the use.
Yeah.
But there was a lot that I was hiding. And then I was like, oh, I don't like this.
But that
So-
was just for you to feel better for that period.
Yeah, because there was problems in the relationship.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
problems in my life that I hadn't dealt with and whatnot. So I was using that more than
The relationship
more than
itself.
anyone. I hit it from everyone.
Yeah,
It wasn't just her. But I was like, nah, I'm not okay with this. I went to her and I'm like, hey, I'm relapsing again.
Yep.
I've been hiding it. I've been using more than I've been letting on. And she actually took it really well. And she's like, yeah, no, I kind of had suspicions.
Yeah, like, surely most people that have even done drugs in their past know. You can
Yeah.
tell when some cunt's on
She's
drugs.
like, I had my suspicions, but I've also been accused of doing shit that I wasn't, and I know how shit feels.
It
to
feels,
be
yeah,
accused
yeah.
of that, so I didn't want to accuse
Jump
you of
down your
anything,
throat
but
about it.
We worked through it, and because at least I couldn't hold myself accountable. I couldn't trust myself, so
You put it on to someone
I-
else to be like, cunt, fucking put your head in the line.
yeah,
sort of thing.
I talked to my partner about it and let her know about what was going on and how I was doing it, so that at least if I couldn't hold myself accountable,
Someone else would.
she knew how I was going about it. She knew my
Yeah.
routine. She knew my patterns. But like junkies do, they just find new ways
Yeah.
around it. So
yeah,
I just found new ways to get around the boundaries that I had set.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was like a self-sabotage in a way.
Yeah,
Just to help.
chasing the high. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wasn't ready to get sober.
Yeah.
And
And that's the thing, if you're not ready, you're not going to ever be
Well,
sober. Like,
It's.
you can't help
I know.
someone.
I know. It's not the same as being full blown addicted to drugs, but I always say to people with smoking, if you are not ready to quit smoking, you will not quit smoking. Like
Yeah.
no matter how hard you try, if you are not mentally ready to give up the darts, you will forever go back into
Yeah, 100%.
that same routine.
You've got to fucking want
And
it. Sure.
and that's what an addiction is if you can find a way to keep that habit going, you are going to keep that habit going.
Mm.
And yeah, it's
So the tools that, like, when you go see a psychologist, the tools that they give you or advice they give you, like, what do you think's been the most one that you're just like, fuck, I should have done that ages ago, like, that's better than drugs? Or because like myself, I've never been, but
yeah, everyone's different. Everyone needs a different sort of psych.
Yep.
The first psych that I, because again, I've got that good relationship with my GP.
yeah,
I found it very effective, even just talking to him like he was my psychologist.
Yep.
Just talking.
yeah,
talking
100%,
about
I agree.
And I actually found him probably more beneficial than the first psych that I had.
Yep.
But my first psych was very, very informative.
Sort of let you know the ins and outs of what to
Yeah,
expect.
he was a
more
clinical psychologist.
Yeah.
So he was just one up from a regular psychologist. So he knew his shit by the books, I guess. So he helped me understand how the drugs were affecting my brain and what areas.
than why you
and-
wanted them and fucking shit like that.
Yeah, and sort of how the psychosis was affecting me.
Yeah.
And why I developed it, because I was using the same drug and it kept working on the same
Part of the brain.
part of the brain
Yeah.
over and over and over again, and
You're building a tolerance to it, and then
no,
you take
it does
more.
damage.
Yeah.
Like small amounts doesn't worry it, but you're hitting the same part of your brain over and over and over again, and it wears out, or breaks. But there's a line that if you cross it, you can't recover. It's permanent.
Yeah.
a point of no return.
And he helped. He was explaining that the psychosis that I was experiencing was the warning signs that permanent damage was coming.
Was coming. Yeah.
And I recognised that it was as soon as I had my first line, I started feeling the psychosis, and that's how I made that link that it was the drugs.
At least you could separate that too. Like you could go, fuck, this is when it's happening, and I need to stop it. Because a lot of people would go, oh, it's happening, I'll do a bit more. And
That's what
fucking
he
like,
said. Yeah, he said
to
most
get rid
people
of it.
get scared and go, oh fuck, like I'm gonna do more. Of
Yeah.
it.
So you numb yourself to that feeling that
Yeah,
damage
it's just
is
another
happening.
thing that you're trying to escape.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh fuck, this isn't normal. But I wasn't enjoying the high for a long time either.
It's just to escape that bit of reality,
Yeah,
in a sense.
I was doing coke on my own.
Yeah, which
At home,
if you've
like-
ever done coke on your own, it's fucking shit. Like, there's just no point.
Yeah, just sitting at home
Yeah.
on my own, rack
Does
and roll,
nothing,
like
yeah.
stupid amounts of it. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't having fun.
And the thing with coke, like, it's the rich man's drug. Like, it's not the drug that people turn to. Like-
It's a real.
Like, it's in a sense, it's a harder drug to get than all of them because it's expensive. Like crack, that's why so many people are so fucked on crack, because you can get it pretty. Like,
Meth.
yeah,
Yeah,
like it's relatively cheap to get it.
And you can
And
nearly
coke
get it
for
anywhere.
buck.
Yeah, and
No,
yeah, that's
that-
right.
I used to think that because I had a mate ask me a long time ago. He's like, what does Coke do for you? How does it make you feel? And I was like, it makes me feel like a king, indestructible, on top of the world. It just made me feel really good. And he's like, nah, I used to think that too. And mind you, my mate was right into it as well, loved it, wasn't against it. But he's like, nah, like, think about it. What does Coke actually make you feel? What does it do for you? The only thing Coke does is makes you want more Coke.
Yeah, in a sense, like you never just do Coke and then you're just like,
if you're someone that can rack a line, like one line for a night and make a bag last 2 or 3 weekends, fucking like, I don't understand it.
See, I can do that, but I can do one line, I can do a bump and not touch it for the rest of the night.
No, well, I guess I wasn't a drinker.
Yeah.
Never been a drinker, so if I was doing something, it was all or nothing.
But some people have got that addictive nature, you know what I mean? Like I've tried smoking for like a month and a half, like just trying to do it flat out just to see if I could get addicted, and I just can't. Like I just like, I don't want to go outside.
Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, I just like I'm like, oh fuck, going outside to have a dart. Like it's cold or it's fucking this and that. Like, and Coke's the same for me. Like I can do Coke and just not do it.
Yeah, no, it worked really well with me.
Yeah,
it was definitely my thing.
Everyone's brain's different. That's why it fucking reacts so differently.
See, if I go more than 3 hours without dart, I just like want to headbutt someone.
Yeah,
like that's my like feeling. Like
that's your body withdrawing from nicotine.
Yeah,
and it's just
like if I've got like 3 hours without a dart and someone like gets on my nerves, I just like picture in my head just going fucking whack and just headbutting them.
I've been smoking for a long time now, and I can go a day without a dart if I don't have any. But
so many people I speak to can do that.
I don't really feel much withdrawals. Like I reckon I get angrier if I haven't had me lunch on time. Like,
see,
so
I get
smoke
fucking
for? Just something in your hand, like just something to do, or like
no, I actually enjoy it.
Yeah,
I really enjoy it. I like the
smell, the taste of
just the experience, and like it's just enjoyable for me. But I can go without it, and it doesn't really bother me that much.
Yeah. Which is strange, but then again, it's activating a different part of the brain, like you said. Like it's
see, and I just like the nicotine hit.
Yeah,
that's why I smoke. I don't enjoy smoking. I don't enjoy the feeling or the smell or anything like that. I just enjoy how like happy my brain gets when I've had that dose of nicotine.
The smell of it. I love people smoking around me and shit. It's fucking awesome.
My missus, she's never touched a cigarette in her life. But whenever I buy rollies, she's always sniffing the fucking packet because it just smells that good.
It smells good. The only time it doesn't smell good is when they come in from like being punching darts all day and they try and sleep next to you and you're just
when I've quit smoking just for a few months, 6 months or whatever at a time,
you can notice.
Just after a week of not smoking, someone smells like an ashtray.
Yeah, it doesn't. When they breathe it out, it smells fucking awesome. You're like, oh, that's fucking sick. But then when it's on their breath or when it's on their clothes for fucking ages, it's fucked.
Yeah. I'm that ashtray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't smell.
I got into the habit when Aria was born to like, because they always go through when you have a kid, like, oh, are you a smoker? And if you are, they go like, wash your hands, change your shirt, and have a drink. So it's to prevent SIDS. And so I got in a habit with Aria of doing that. So before I go hop into bed, even if I'm wearing a fucking dressing gown or a jumper or something like that, I've got like something for that night's designated for what I smoke in.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll go and smoke in that, and then when I go and hop into bed, I don't stink like smoke. Like I might have a little bit on my breath because I've just had a cigarette, but it's not as bad as what it would be if I'd just been been punching darts all day in the same clothes.
It's only what? How old are you?
25.
25.
Yeah.
Well, it's only when I was a baby. I reckon I can guarantee it. If I could remember back then, I'd be able to remember my mum having a dart in the hospital while I was being
100%. Like fucking.
And they want you to change your clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my mum smoked with me, like when she was pregnant with me.
Even at the factory, they used to
smoke.
smoke.
My mum was racking speed when she was pregnant with me. I think I'm a little bit of a crack baby. I think.
You might be a crack baby. Who knows? It was pretty popular back when, like, especially our generation.
Fucking earth was.
It was very fucking one of them things. So now your mental health, how's it going? Like now, fucking, you talk to a psychologist.
Oh yeah, my first one. Yeah, he helped me understand the science behind it all.
Yep.
That yeah, the psychosis that I was experiencing was warning signs that permanent damage was coming. That like line that I was talking about.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
But because I recognised it, I went sober overnight.
Yeah,
Like,
you just
I
dropped
was
it.
I was using in the end 3/4 of an ounce a week,
Fair
like,
bit.
which is fair bit. Like,
Yeah. What's an ounce? Like fucking
28 grams.
Yeah.
So I was using 21-ish minimum a week
That's a lot.
towards the end. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a fucking lot.
And
How the fuck do you even fund this shit? Like that's the thing, you know what I mean? Like fucking
we won't go there.
yeah.
That's a question for private, maybe.
Yeah, it's just, that's the crazy thing about addiction is you do this like dumbest shit.
But when you're addicted to something, you always find money for that addiction.
Yeah, I suppose it's like it, isn't
But I
it?
could justify it because I was rocking up to work doing overtime. Like I'd put in a full day's work.
You were like a functioning fucking
Oh, I was really
addict.
high functioning. It was every bill was paid. Never went without anything. Had all the housework.
You were just trying to beat the fucking mental side of it.
Just everything was as if I was like sober.
Yeah.
For the rest of my life. And then it was just when I was in my spare time with my spare money or whatever. That's when
The troubles happen.
that's where I had addiction.
And that's
But-
where
but the
mental
re-
health comes in, is when you're
but
by yourself.
The rest of my life was normal, so I could justify it. I was like, no, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's not impacting my life. So I was justifying my addiction.
Because it's making
Yeah,
working.
I didn't think I had to do anything
Yeah.
about it because it wasn't.
it's not ruining your life.
If I was
as
taking
such.
sick days or if I couldn't pay the mortgage or if I couldn't.
Yeah, if it was affecting your work style
Yeah.
and yeah,
It wasn't affecting anything, so I was like, oh, it's fine.
it's not an issue. Yeah, true.
I could justify doing it. So I kept doing it until I got that psychosis.
For the people that fucking like, even myself, I've had mental health troubles. With the first relationship breakup, that was fucking fucked up. Like I remember going to the doctors and I cried in the doctors. Felt like the biggest fucking wanker, but it also felt good. But then I got prescribed Valium and then started taking Valium and shit like that. And then I cut that shit out because it was like I was feeling like I'd take them at work because I couldn't sleep. That was my only trouble. When I was awake doing shit, I was fucking loving it. Like I was no drama. But when I was just by myself and going to sleep, wake up at night, sweats and shit. But I stopped doing the Valium because it was just fucking make me feel like I was pissed all the time. It was no good for me. So I found other things like gym and fucking all that. But what would your recommendation be for someone that's fucking struggling with mental health? Whether it's from drugs or fucking relationships or blah, blah, blah. Like, you've seeked the medical assistance. What would you recommend people do?
If you aren't ready to go down the professional route, hit up your best mate.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee that most people out there have a best mate
Yeah, 100%.
that they've hidden stuff from because they don't want to have their best mate think that
They're a fucking pussy or fucking...
they don't want their best mate to see you.
Yeah, at your
struggle.
weakest point.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
Like it's just
Like I've
it's
had...
just natural nowadays in society that we, especially blokes,
Yeah, you just
can't
bottle it up. Yeah.
Yeah, it is getting better. Pretty big.
Is it though? I think it's just becoming more...
There's more
becoming a
media
popular
attention.
topic. Yeah.
Yeah, there's more media attention towards it.
Is
but
it getting better? I don't know.
There's
We're
more
still
talk
losing
about
too
it, but I
many blokes.
don't know if collectively we're taking it more seriously.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it's not all the time, like, people know that you've got them mates to call. Like, I've had a mate ring me up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I answered it and he was fucking bawling his eyes out. I was like, fuck, what the fuck's going on? Like, and yeah, his wife and that left him. And like, but you know, when I'm on the call to him, that's not going through my head. Like, oh, you're a pussy, fucking harden up. Like, it's just like, cunt, what the fuck's going on? What do you need? Like, you know, you should be there for your mates. Like, if your mate calls you and he's fucking crying, is what it is, cunt. Suck it up. Like,
don't
fucking be there for that cunt.
If you call one of your mates and you're crying and they do not reciprocate with any sort of empathy or anything like that, then they're not really your mates, to be honest.
Yeah. And the way I look at it, if your mate was to do himself in and you fucking had that chance to, you know, fucking just
Stop
have
it.
a chat with him and you would have been a fucking flog just because you wanted to protect your own manhood, don't come to my funeral, cunt.
Yeah, no, the best thing you can do if you're not ready to seek professional help, have that conversation with someone you trust.
Yeah.
Like, and even if...
But we all do it. We all don't do it. Like, I could have went to one of my mates, but I didn't. I went to the doctor instead. Like, at least I went somewhere. But
You know, if you're not ready to take that professional step.
But I think I was ready to talk to a mate. I just didn't want to burden a friend. You know what I mean?
It is also, like, it's good being honest and transparent with your mates.
Yeah.
But also having that professional... It doesn't even have to be professional, just the relationship with your psych. It's an unbiased point of view that they've got.
Yeah.
They don't care what you've done or what you haven't done or how you've gone about stuff. They're there to they've got your best interests at heart.
Yeah.
They've heard it all. Like, there's nothing that you could tell your psychologist that they haven't already heard before.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Especially if
So
they've been doing it long enough.
There's no, like, withholding information because you're embarrassed to talk about it, whether it's...
You're not going to get the full benefit out of your psychologist.
Yeah,
then.
you have to be honest with your psychs.
You're just hindering yourself, really.
Yeah. And wasting money.
Yeah.
Like, they're not cheap too. So, like, if you're going to go, you open up. Like,
but yeah, just talking with people does massive things for your mental health. Just being able to talk about stuff.
Yep.
You don't even have to actually sort of change anything. Just being able to talk about what's on your mind. And if you're the person that someone's confiding in, you shouldn't feel pressured to have to fix the other person.
Yeah.
Like,
no one's saying you have to fix them. You just be there.
Sometimes being there to listen does a hell of a lot.
You don't always have to be able to give advice or feedback or anything. Just listen.
Yeah.
And if you're unsure, ask them, do you want advice or do you just want a shoulder to cry on?
Yeah.
And they'll be able to tell you.
That's the thing. I don't even, and I'm guilty for it too. I don't tell my mates, but like I expect my mates to call me. You know what I mean? Like if you're struggling, just ring me. Like it's fucking. I don't give a fuck what time of day it is. Like just keep ringing until I fucking answer if you have to.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather lose sleep than have to go to a funeral.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, me and H lost a mate back at trade school.
Yeah. I did meet him a few times. I know who you're talking about.
Michael.
Michael, and then the other fellow, what was his name? Connor, was it Connor? Matthew Connor, was it?
Oh, Matt Connors.
Matt Connor. Yeah, so too many. One is too many, you know what I mean? Like
I reckon there's about 5 blokes I know.
Yeah, which is
like, and I wasn't close with all 5, but 5
it's still
that
someone
are
else
pretty,
is like
there's
still someone's son.
At least 5 blokes that I know that are within one of my friend groups.
Yeah,
Friend
there's fucking
circles
too
that
many. There's still
lost in the
someone's
last 10
son or
years.
brother or fucking whatever. Like it's just it needs to be more of an open topic, and I think that's why I don't mind touching on it. Yeah, like some people would consider it boring, but there could be people out there that go, "Oh fuck, I'll message Jody."
And that's the thing. Sometimes people need to hear other people openly talk about it.
Yeah, 100%.
For them to have the nerve to talk about it themselves.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we're all stuck in the same sort of stigma that if someone's not talking about it, why should I?
Yeah.
And it's what
need to
we
break
are trying to break. Is getting the more people you get talking about the subject, the more people feel comfortable with telling their own stories or getting the help that they need or anything like that. So
the best example I know of like what mental health can do is the Westgate Bridge disaster when it collapsed, like fucking early days. The workers obviously seen their mates and they get crushed, and they would literally just go home or they'd go to the pub and they'd drink piss and whatever. There was like 13 of them that committed suicide, and there was a majority of them were alcoholics and abusive and shit afterwards. Because like the next day they were just told to go pull the bridge apart and pulling their mates and shit out underneath. But back then they never had any like psychologists and all this shit to go to. I reckon that's like a good example of why you should be talking, because they used to just go home, drink piss and fucking
beat their wives.
Yeah, and like there's a documentary on it that they talk about it, and like the blokes would just come home and like they'd be the ruggedest fucking blokes their whole life, and they were just fucking bawling their eyes out because they're just fucking obviously all the shit they've gone through. And
Yep.
We have changed since then, obviously, but I think we've got a long way to go.
There is still a long way to go. There is. Well, I think we should probably quickly move on to a
bit of a lighter, happier topic.
a little lighter, happier. You didn't get that question?
I don't believe Strutters has sent it through. But are you keen to play Are You Smarter Than Justin?
We've been doing that 10 years, haven't we?
Fuck off.
I think everyone has
On
been.
TikTok last night.
Oh, no, alright. That was...
You were dumb last
No,
night.
fuck you. We're getting into this.
Wait, what happened last night?
So, Keegan got the throat clap from a TikTok fucking...
Oh, yeah.
TikTok, we'll call her a lady. I'm not going to fucking badmouth her. But, anyway, I asked him, are you coming on the fucking potty and all this shit? Fuck was that?
I sound like a goat.
It did.
I have no idea. I hope
it picked up.
Yeah,
That was fucking weird.
it sounded like a mobile
Is that
game.
window? Is that your driveway?
No, that's the backyard, but the dogs can't get there.
I've lost my bearings in your house.
Anyway, yeah, I messaged him saying coming on the fucking potty and that, and then he goes, oh, I should stop. No, he said yes, and then he's like, I should
Because
stop
you
it.
use TikTok to message me. Out of all the...
Because you sent me a fucking meme, that's what I was replying to. I watched the video, replied, and then messaged you. Anyway, doesn't matter how I communicate, as long as you got it. And he fucking goes, oh, I should stop accepting all these dates from TikTok whores. And I thought we were on a different topic. And I'm like, wait, explain? And he's just like...
You're like, who is she?
Yeah, I'm like, who is she? And then he's just like, you fucking idiot. I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, I get you there. At least I didn't make you go all the way to fucking New South Wales
I'd do it again.
and fall in love.
No, I won't.
What was it about her? Just she's a muscle mummy, or just a mum, or just she's a girl version of you? She got like fucking
Pretty much.
tunnels and fucking
She very much had her own identity.
yeah, different to most
Could
chicks.
pull off the cowgirl look, pull
Yeah.
off the emo look, could pull off whatever. Like, it was the complete
Package.
no, like just the way that she had her own identity.
Yeah.
And didn't fit in with the crowd.
I'm
But
surprised.
did
Like,
it confidently and did it well.
you did pretty good though. Like a bloke from fucking Victoria gets the attention of a chick in New South Wales, and then he's going to meet. Like, how many blokes would have been hitting her up on fucking TikTok and shit? Like,
A lot of day. Like, you could just
Like, it's
fucking
just
imagine.
like- Yeah.
Physically, did pretty well. But she's the reason I'm back in therapy.
yeah, she ended up being fucked at the end. But anyway, fucking let's get into these questions.
Yeah, well, have you listened to Are You Smarter before? Are You Smarter Than Justin before? You know,
Yeah.
understand the rules?
My memory's not good.
So basically, Justin will pick between either quiz A or quiz B. One set of questions is slightly harder than the other. He'll answer his questions, and then he'll move on to you. You get the next set. It's sort of like the chaser, but yeah, basically. And if you've answered more than him correctly, obviously you win. If he's a tie, I've got backup questions that you use your name as your buzzer, and so on and so forth. But
Alright.
are you ready for it?
Quiz B, baby.
Quiz B. All right, I reckon. I reckon this one's the easier one. But anyway,
Wait, I dissociated then. I didn't catch it.
So he'll ask me questions, and then I'll answer them. And say if I get 4 out of 5, sweet.
So we're not
And then-
competing.
Not yet.
Not
if
yet.
we come a tie, then we'll compete.
yeah. So there's 2 sets of questions. He chose quiz B, so I'll ask him the 5 questions out of that. And if he gets, say, he said
I was more worried about if we had to have a buzzer or something because
that's only if you tie.
Yeah.
If you tie, that's just the tiebreaker round basically.
I'm confident. I got this.
So what did you
Surely I
say?
can't lose to
Quiz
Keegan.
B.
Yeah. Surely I can't lose to Keegan.
All right. Question 1. In the Little Red Riding Hood, who does the wolf dress up as?
Grandma.
Correct. Question 2. Who is the patron saint of Ireland?
The fucking leprechaun dude. That was his
I'm going to
first-
need a name.
Saint Pat. Trick.
Yes. In the poem Humpty Dumpty, what is the one thing that is not mentioned about him?
Yeah. He's an egg.
That is correct. Area 51 is located in which US state?
Nevada.
That is correct. How long...
I'm shocked you right now, haven't I?
You have. You've actually put me off guard. How long do elephant pregnancies last?
6 months.
No, 22 months.
Damn it.
So we were jokingly going on about how you get 4 out of 5 and you just got 4 out of 5.
Yeah. That was really good.
they're very generic.
Yeah, they're just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's general questions.
That's not where I.
Shine.
Yeah.
I just
Neither does him usually. Like, that was just a
Nah.
fluke.
keep random
I've got
information.
Like 1,000 different niche things. all out.
Surely, like, yeah, Area 51, I just know because, like, it's just common. Like, you see it all the time. I look
You went
into
to
it.
raid.
Nah, I wish should have.
All right, Keegs. You need to get 5 to win.
I can't. lose
I've
to Jack.
set the bar pretty high.
You have for once
Let's
in your
go.
life. All right.
This will be like the second time I've won if I win, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe third. Might be third.
We'll say 2. All right, question 1. How many languages are written from right to left?
I speak English and that's it. From right to left. How many languages are there?
A lot.
It's just going to have to be a guess.
7.
12. You're close.
Oh, fuck.
You're
Out-
fat.
Out of how many? Does it say?
Nah, it doesn't say out of how many, but I think there's like thousands. So,
That's pretty good, actually.
what is the name of the largest ocean?
Pacific?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to go that too.
Who's that or Atlantic? They're the only two.
Same
I know.
two that come into my head.
Demolition of the Berlin Wall separating East and West Germany began in what year?
East and West Germany.
I know this.
I think it was later on.
But it's not your question.
Began or finished?
Began.
71.
1989.
Fuck, was that late?
That's when it began.
Shit, because I remember it's having
Yeah,
spray paint and all
That's
sorts
pretty
of shit.
fucking
like that.
late.
Yeah, that's when they started demolishing it. Yeah.
They blew holes in it in the 60s, but
Yeah. But like actually pulled the wall
pulled
down.
it down.
All
I've
right.
already lost.
Question 4. Who was
Give me really specific hard questions.
No, but that's the thing. So if I pick the hard ones, I get the hard ones. And
Oh, is that what the two?
just
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
chance, I got the easy ones.
Yeah, so
Right.
one set's easier than the other, and I usually try and trick him to pick the hard set so he loses all the time. But this time he got the easy set.
Easy set.
Question 4. Who was the first woman pilot to fly solo across the Atlantic?
I've seen so many
Yeah,
TikToks.
I'm
of
having a
this.
mental blank. I know it.
I can't believe how many TikToks I've watched over this last day.
Yeah, they were just
Um,
talking about it. trying to fucking have a think myself.
Like,
Give me the first letter. Give me
A.
The A.
oh, Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
That was so easy.
Yeah. That was in the back of my head. I was not bringing that
Yeah.
to the front.
And then the next trip she
This quiz has
disappeared.
made me look so dumb. I know I'm not like super smart.
But that's the thing. That was the whole idea of me creating this, was to make him look dumb. And like half the time, he may only lose by like a dead heat or something like that.
Yeah.
Like-
Normally never getting fucked.
So yeah, these second set of questions are actually probably harder than I usually make them. But anyway, question 5: what is the only edible food that never goes bad?
Honey.
Yes,
It never goes bad.
never goes bad.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Honey doesn't have a use by date. The only thing that has a use by date is the plastic container that it comes in.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So all the honeys I've thrown out all over these years just
Are
couldn't-
fine.
Yeah, when it crystallises, just warm it up.
Ah.
Yeah, you just make it soft again.
Because it looks fucked sometimes. You like look pick it up, it's all white and shit.
Yeah, you just heat it up, put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds or something or less, and then
But
it'll be fine. Yeah, it's
didn't
literally
know
just the plastic containers. That's why, like, if you
is that just because like it's a natural food or something, or just because of the preservatives in it?
just
or something?
because of the way the bees pollinate it, I'm pretty sure, and make it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Pretty smart.
Oh yeah, 100%. Bees are fucking definitely
Smarter than
needed.
Justin.
You can't even talk, can you? You got fucking smashed, alright?
That is the
Yeah, but I also didn't read last podcast questions.
No, we haven't used them. They're all new questions.
The ones you started off with.
yeah, those ones didn't count.
No, they didn't count.
Yeah, no, we're gonna edit that part out.
Yeah. No, I only got 4.
No, you got to leave it in there now.
I got 4 right, and you got what? 2 right.
3.
3.
You got 3 right.
I thought it was 2.
No,
I can't even count.
you got
Amelia
Pacific
Oh,
Ocean,
yeah, 3.
Amelia Earhart, and Honey.
Yeah, you got 3.
Yeah. So you only beat him by 1, so it's not that bad, really.
Yeah, it just sounded good because I got mine like consistently.
Yeah, you just missed out on the last one, I'm pretty sure. Or it was the first one.
One
One
day
of
I'll
them.
get them all in a row.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
I don't think Stratus fucking sent her fucking thing. Oh, I got a message on Instagram, hang on. Let's have a squeeze. Nah,
Nope.
Not Shane sending reels because he won't use TikTok.
can't. I'm literally about to say to him, you don't fucking send me any more reels because I'm not opening them because I've already seen them.
That's what you did to me, and then I got TikTok.
Yeah, like, I've already
He's
seen them.
so much better.
Yeah, it's like he's like, nah, they track
It's like Pico using like only YouTube Shorts.
Pico's the same. He won't
Yeah.
get it. He's like,
He only watches YouTube Shorts. It's like, dude, you do realize they were on TikTok like 3 days earlier.
yeah, and he's like, nah, they track you on that app. I was like, every app, your phone tracks you.
Yeah.
Like it's no different.
Yeah, I'll say to Tigger the other day, like something came up on the radio about the TikTok CEO being in Congress and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, are you worried about that?" So not really. She goes, "Oh, what if they sell you information?" I'm like, "Well, give me half the fucking money because I'm broke as it is."
There's that many people that have your info anyway. It doesn't fucking.
There ain't no one trying to steal my identity.
They're like,
I don't know.
like imagine if someone goes to applies for
No, like,
a
what's
home loan or something.
Steal my identity. Can't drive a car now.
Yeah, that's true. They're just like, oh, we've got an Australian fella. Fucking, oh, no passport. Oh, no fucking driver's license. He's got guns though.
Definitely on the watch list.
I actually want to fucking read something out that got sent to me on fucking an app. This chick, I was talking to her. Listen to this. She works in the psych ward, and
In Shep.
nah, in Bendigo. And I just sort of asked fucking what was the most fucked up. Like, you know, I was just thinking people fucking being crazy and like talking to themselves, people thinking they're getting killed. She said, cannot say too much because of confidentiality reasons. Patient convinced he has DNA of an American squirrel. And the patient who hoarded her shit in jars because she thought it would turn into gold because they were the next Messiah.
That's fucked.
That's pretty tame compared to Shep.
That caught me so off guard. I did not know that someone
Oh,
would
you
think...
gotta understand, like these people have some problems. Like,
Yeah, I know, but like thinking you
there's
have
gonna-
the DNA of a fucking squirrel that we don't even have in Australia.
anyway, yeah, that's what happens. But
I don't get how your brain fucking works like that. That fucking sets me off.
I was nearly there.
Yeah, if you thought you were a fucking squirrel, I would have pulled you in the line. I would have been like, get the fuck off the drugs, guy. There's no way you're an American squirrel. You're just climbing shit and leaping fucking bounds. Actually, before we fucking end this podcast, do you know what the fucking cunts are doing for Taylor Swift concert?
What?
Okay, I'm calling Kaylee Andrews out right now. Her and the girls spent all day making friendship bracelets for the Taylor Swift concert, and then they swap them with other Swifties at the concert.
What are they, fucking 12?
That's what I thought. I was like, you are literally fucking serial killers.
Oh, this whole fucking Taylor Swift thing has just gotten so far out of control. Like, she's playing all her old songs again. The only difference is she's reproduced the album herself to make more money. That is literally it.
She did cause a 2.2 magnitude earthquake.
Why? She opened her legs.
No, cunts were jumping at her show, and it registered on the earthquake thing.
Fuck it
Is
up.
that like because there's so many people?
Yeah, so many
going
people.
hard?
Yeah, they were just jumping up and down and fucking.
'Cause I've been some pretty heavy gigs.
Yeah, surely someone else could have done that. Metallica played for like 1.3 million people.
Yeah, probably would have happened.
They probably just didn't have the technology back in
Mm.
fucking. I think that was Germany or something.
Woodstock's 99, Limp Bizkit, break stuff.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah. And did they break shit?
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything else you want to fucking chat about? You always come back anyway. If we forget anything.
In general,
Yeah, yeah. If you want to fucking talk about anything, fucking talk about it.
I don't know. You put me on the spot again.
I haven't even put you on the spot this whole episode. What are you talking about?
We might just wrap it up there. I've been going for over an hour and a half.
I do have to wake up at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you do.
And I have to drive him back to back because this guy doesn't have his license.
Yeah, so we might just call it there and fucking. If there's anything we've missed, we'll just get him on another episode and
Yeah,
go
I
from
reckon we get
Just
us two,
skip that question.
you and
Do
me.
I ask a question?
you can write one down.
You send it to me, and I'll ask the next guy.
Yeah.
I've got to find the box for it.
Yep.
But yeah, you've been listening to the Bogan Yack podcast. We'll see you next time.
That we will.